Hey there, dreamers and doers. Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about something that could completely transform the way you live your life in your 20s: finances. I know, it sounds a little intimidating, but what if I told you that mastering money doesn't have to be this massive, overwhelming task? What if you could control your money with just one simple rule? Today, we're diving into the 50-30-20 rule, a strategy that's not just about budgeting, it's about taking control of your future so you can stop worrying and start thriving. But before we go any further, pause for a second. If you're feeling like money's too complicated, or I'll figure it out later, this is the moment where you get to flip the script. Let's talk about how this simple rule can change the trajectory of your life. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Okay, let's break it down. The 50-30-20 rule is a simple budgeting system that can help you get your finances on track in no time. It divides your income into three categories: 50% for needs. These are essentials like rent, groceries, utilities, things you cannot live without. 30% for wants, things you enjoy but don't need. That's your shopping, eating out, Netflix subscriptions, basically the fun stuff. 20% for savings and debt repayment. This is where your future self thanks you. It's money that goes into your savings account, emergency fund, or paying off any debt. Host, leaning in for emphasis. Seems simple, right? Well, here's the magic. This formula helps you balance living your best life today and setting yourself up for an even better future. So why does this rule work so well, especially for you, in your 20s? It's because it doesn't just tell you where to put your money. It helps you prioritize the right things. In your 20s, you're in the perfect position to start building habits that will impact your future in ways you can't even imagine yet. Think about it. If you start saving 20% of your income now, that small habit could be worth thousands, maybe even millions, by the time you're older. Imagine not being shackled by debt or stressing about an emergency. You'll be confident, secure, and living life on your own terms. Let's bring this to life with an example. Say you make $2,500 a month. According to the 50-30-20 rule, here's what your budget would look like. 50% for needs, $1,250 goes toward your rent, utilities, food. These are the must-haves. 30% for wants, $750 goes to those things that make life enjoyable, going out with friends, that coffee every day, maybe saving for a little trip. 20% for savings and debt. $500 goes straight into your savings or paying down any student loans or credit card debt. Host, engaging, adding a sense of urgency. Now imagine this. If you follow this system every single month, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're setting yourself up for financial freedom. But let's not sugarcoat it. This isn't just about making numbers work, it's about mindset. Because if you start thinking ahead now, your future self will thank you for those smart decisions. You might be thinking, but what about that weekend trip I want to take? Or, can I still enjoy life while saving? Absolutely. That's where the balance comes in. 30% for wants is your freedom. It's your permission to enjoy life and also prioritize your future. Let's be real. The journey to mastering money is not always easy. There will be times when you're tempted to go overboard on those wants. Maybe it's a new phone or that vacation you've been dreaming about. It's okay to indulge, but remember, there's a bigger picture at play. One thing that really helps is staying motivated by why you're doing this. It's not just about making ends meet, it's about giving yourself choices. Imagine a life where you don't need to worry about unexpected expenses or future goals. Imagine waking up every day knowing you're building the life you want. And here's the thing, your 20s are the best time to build that foundation. It's not just about surviving the next few years, it's about thriving for the rest of your life. So, how do you stay on track? Simple: set clear goals, write them down, make a commitment to yourself that you won't let short-term temptations rob you of long-term happiness. Host, smiling, upbeat. Now that you know how to use the 50-30-20 rule, here are some quick tips to help you succeed. Automate savings. Set up automatic transfers so you don't have to think about it. Track your expenses. Apps like Mint or YNAB, You Need a Budget, can help you stay on top of things. Be mindful of your wants. It's easy to overspend, but remember, balance is key. Review your budget regularly. Life changes, and so should your budget. Look, mastering your money doesn't happen overnight. But if you start today, you're already ahead of the game. The 50-30-20 rule is simple, but it's also incredibly powerful. Thanks, and don't forget to subscribe.